G'day, welcome to another episode of TCW Unauthorized. I'm Itchy the Ref, and I'm here with TJ Thunder.
So I'm pleased to be here again. Thanks for having me, Itchy. Benny the Ref's long gone. I think he's like on his honeymoon or something at this stage.
Yeah, he hasn't come back. But I feel like you might be an acceptable replacement. So we'll keep you around.
Oh,
Anyway,
thank you.
joining us will be a very special guest, a TCW wrestler.
Hey,
North-esque.
I'm a TCW wrestler at one time as well, but we've got an even bigger name than TJ Thunder to join us today.
North-esque champion, Elliot Greyson, will be here.
Itchy, TJ, it's finally time for a star to grace this podcast. How are we, boys?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm better than you, that's for sure.
I know the ratings for this episode are going to be exceptional.
Oh,
the
through the
downloads,
roof. The likes are going to be all over the place. Well, there's love heart emojis too.
yeah.
Hope so.
Get them all the time.
Right, so TCW Reckoning. What did you guys make of it?
Oh, it's another great show by TCW because that's all we do is great shows.
That's it.
And I'm sure it would have been more great, if that's even a phrase, if you performed on the show, but you just sat in for some commentary.
Unfortunately, the TCW fans don't deserve to have me on shows every now and then, so they have to learn some respect. Maybe they'll find it for the next show, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Might be
but we'll get to that later.
a controversial opinion, but you know, that's the way it is. We didn't have Elliot Greyson on the show, unfortunately, but we have him here now.
Oh, I was
that's
on
all
the
that
show. I
matters.
was on commentary, by the way. So I was there.
Yeah.
I also made that commentary team even better because
Yeah.
I was there.
Much better job than when Dino was there the previous show, I'd say.
That's not
So-
very
so-
good.
But I am a fan of Dino. I'd love to work with him one day. I'd just love to work with TCW. I'm just doing everything I can to get on the show. Me and Mike Murphy one day. It's going to be a great team.
I'm absolutely sure of that.
Yep.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
First match, moving on. Liam Lacey defended his Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship for the first time against none other than Zach Archer.
Oh, cosplay champ Lacey, yeah.
Whoa.
I have a rule title. That's you can play cosplay. It's fine. He can do what he wants. But just remember, this is a real one.
Real deal.
TCW
This is a real
sanction.
deal.
Absolutely. Liam Lacey, this was... How many times has he wrestled against Zach Archer? We looked it up last time on Cage Match. Was it that had 5 singles matches in their career?
Let's go with that.
And Zach Archer had won all 5 matches. So Liam Lacey's he's finally started to set that record in his. It's not in his favour yet, but you know he's definitely redeemed himself.
Yeah, Liam Lacey finally got one over Zach Archer with a beautiful F5. That was a great match.
Especially there was the pop-up powerbomb. I don't know if you saw that from where
Oh,
you
I
was
saw
there.
that. I saw that.
But,
Putting through the ring.
But I nearly jumped through the ceiling watching that. It was quite exhilarating.
Those boys always go. They go all out whenever they're in the ring. They go all out.
110% every
Absolutely.
time.
Like, the high-risk offense from Zach Archer. Like, he just throws his body, like, caution to the wind, as they say. Exhilarating. Like, really hot start to the show. Really sort of set the tempo for the night and got the crowd, like, ecstatic. And the crowd were on form for the entire show, as was the TCW wrestlers.
It's one of the first times I'd ever heard dueling chants in the TCW audience. We had people going for Archer, people going for Lacey. It was a real 50-50 split. It was, amazing.
But so what's going to happen next with Liam Lacey? He's just had a promo go up this morning, I think it was, on Facebook, and I unfortunately I didn't watch it in time. So can you help me through this bit?
Well, long story short, he called my good friend Dylan Daniels pathetic.
Whoa!
So I don't know what's brought this on Lacey, and I'm sure Daniels will have something to say. He's already sent me a few texts. He's not very happy.
Rewind 5 seconds. Did you just say your good friend Dylan Daniels?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, we both just don't like JJ Storm. That's what when you both dislike someone, you just come together.
I guess you can bond over that. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody likes JJ Storm, to be honest.
No one likes JJ Storm.
Although
no one likes JJ Storm.
TJ Thunder and JJ Storm, that would also be a tag team. Thunderstorm, think of it. Has that ever been done?
No one likes JJ Storm.
Okay. I don't even know if I like him. But,
You're learning. Good.
I'm shocked to hear that development. Like you and Dylan Daniels, big rivals.
Yeah,
earlier in the year,
me
last year.
and Daniel went to war over this title, and I walked out the champion. And that war kind of built a little bit of respect, and seeing him just, well, obviously we'll talk about it in the show, seeing him just turn around and finally come to his senses and just kick him straight in those Weatherman balls.
That's happened a lot to
Made me
Dylan Daniels.
proud. I was very proud of that moment.
Yeah, Dylan Daniels has been on the receiving end of that many times in his TCW career, so it was quite shocking to see him implement that himself.
Yeah, I suppose.
It took him long enough.
He's used to people turning on him, but he's turned his back on JJ Storm this time.
He's had enough of it.
Absolutely.
But yes, so Liam Lacey called out my good friend Dylan Daniels in his promo.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Dylan Daniels responds to that.
Yes, he's definitely upset about it.
I mean, and if that match happens, I fear for Dylan Daniels' safety because...
Hey, don't forget who did Daniels pin in the Fatal 4-Way last Annihilation last year.
Yes, off the Canadian Destroyer, was it not?
The Daniels Destroyer.
Yes.
Yep. Liam Lacey.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
So, he has a chance.
Oh, yeah, well, you can never...
He's the man of upsets.
Yeah, well... Dylan Daniels bet a lot of people in his TCW career. He was the Northwest champion, something that not just anybody can hold, you know.
No, that's true.
He probably had more defences on that belt than you've achieved yet.
Yeah, I believe so.
I wouldn't be...
I'm not saying
Elliot Greyson too fired up.
I'm not saying he won't get there.
Just because I'm sitting between us doesn't mean you need to start anything.
Hey, don't forget, I defended this in a ladder match.
Yeah, Dylan Daniels.
This title has never had a stipulation title defense before me. And my first defense was a ladder match, and I won. So just remember that.
Started off hot.
Absolutely.
Next match on the show was Ali Galvin versus Katie Lux.
And as with...
Well, almost was.
So you fought.
As with what happens with these Katie Lux matches and appearances, and whether it be Katie Lux and Skylar Cruz, it's all... These two up to no good, as usual. And Katie Lux didn't appear to the ring. Skylar Cruz came out instead. And
Skylar Cruz could walk and wrestle.
yes, she's had a miraculous recovery since the last time we saw her.
Yeah.
And she took on Ali Galvin. Very hard-fought battle. Very brutal, very loud, a lot of screaming. Sounded painful as hell to have been in that match.
Yep.
And Skylar Cruz ended up getting her with the crossface.
Crossface, yeah. I had to call it because Ali Galvin looked like she was in serious trouble. She wasn't giving up though, to her credit. But yeah, I think if that crossface had been locked in another 3-5 seconds, we could have seen some permanent damage done.
I'm glad you were enforcing law in there when Skylar Cruz brought in the crutch and tried to hit her at the start of the match. And I think did you grab it or you just
grabbed it, took it away?
Yeah. Looking out for the safety of TCW competitors. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's what I'm there to do. It's why I wear these, and I'm just glad I could protect the TCW wrestlers against these cheating mainlanders that come in and think they can do whatever they want.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. But anyway.
So you've mixed it up with Ali Galvin before. She's only been around for not too long. What are your thoughts on her
Ali Galvin
as a prospect in TCW?
Very, very bright future, but again, just starting off. And I believe in this match she just lost to the veteran. Skylar's been around, what, a couple of years now?
Yeah.
Probably less matches than Ali Galvin, actually.
Really? Well,
maybe. I think she's been training a lot longer. They're probably quite similar with their amount of matches. Skylar Cruz wrestled in more environments on the mainland, so different variations of opponents as well.
Yeah, Ali Galvin has a bright future in TCW, but she's still, at the end of the day, a rookie.
Yeah.
And she still has to learn. You need that fire in you to do some brutal things in this company to get ahead. That's all I had to learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your first couple matches, Cyrus Burns.
She also felt the end of a selfie stick, so...
True.
I thought that might have taught her, but apparently not.
You and Charlie, quite a little alliance there as well.
The Deadly Nugget Alliance still lives on.
Yeah. Cruz picked up the win with the crossface, and we'll see what happens next.
I reckon we'll see Skylar Cruz, Katie Lux again.
I hope so. They're great.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, a lot of fun, I will admit.
Even if they're announced, you don't know if they're going to turn up. So if they're not announced, they might turn up. So I
feel like it's more chance of them turning up not announced if they actually are announced.
Absolutely. Up next, we had a triple threat number 1 contenders match
Yes.
for a shot at this man here, Elliot Greyson, for the North.
See who is worthy to step in the ring with me.
So here we had Aaron Lynch, one of your long-time rivals.
Yes, we'll get on to him later.
And he defeated Dino, I nearly said a different name then, and James Sly Silver, coming down from the mainland, who seems to have wrestled around quite a bit.
Now, don't get me wrong, did
PCW
he have a buzzsaw on his nether regions when he came out to the ring?
Yes, unfortunately I had to try and remove that from his gear.
I didn't know how he was going to enter the ring without cutting the ropes. I was watching from upstairs, and I was like, what on earth is this?
It was something quite unlike anything I've ever seen.
It was fascinating is what it was.
Yeah. Imagine bringing that through border security.
Oh, you would have had to hide it somehow, surely.
Do you think it was just carry-on luggage or not?
Overhead, maybe?
He'll walk through, wearing it on his head, maybe.
Maybe.
I would like to see him walk through just the scanner thing instead of putting it through luggage. But absolutely quite a character, very bombastic. He is. Well, I guess all three of them are all. Got Showtime, Aaron Lynch, James Sly Silver, very much the rock star, and Dino, maybe the loudest character that
yeah, he's certainly
GCW
loud.
has. Yes.
Bringing up my cat.
Yes. So I've got some questions to bring up later as well.
Yeah.
I've left the notepad somewhere else. And you were there.
Yes, I brought some star power to the commentary team. It was much needed. Got Ace. He needs to go. He's like 5 years irrelevant by now.
Whoa.
His knees have given out on him.
Oh,
I mean, that is why he's a commentator now. He can still do commentary with no knees.
I think he
should, but I don't think he should.
I think he's shooting an angle here.
It's not an angle. It's real.
I think we might be trying to get Ace into the ring.
That's the reason.
Yeah, I asked to be on commentary so I can get a first point of view to see this match, to see who I'll be defending my title against.
Yeah.
This triple threat was to decide who would face you in the next show.
Yes, it was.
And luckily for you, it was Aaron Lynch.
So, you've been in the ring with him before?
I broke his arm, remember, with help with my good friend Doomslayer.
Yeah.
What's he up to these days?
No, we'll talk about Doomslayer soon enough. Don't worry about that. Aaron Lynch, formerly known as Mercury.
Little green man.
You and Doomslayer broke his arm.
We did.
But the Annihilation 8, he did go on to defeat you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, my mistake was I walked into that match thinking I already won because I broke his arm. Yeah, that was my mistake. I underestimated him.
His arm healed very quickly.
It did. But a lot has changed since that show.
You've got a belt, he hasn't.
I haven't been pinned since.
True.
I haven't lost since that match. Now, Aaron's had some great moments, but they're nothing compared to what I've done since then. Because this shows what I'm capable of. And Aaron's going to learn that, yes, he is the number 1 contender, but I'm the future of this company, and I'm the breakout star of PCW.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, well, there was the show that we had called Breakout, and you very much have broken out. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, if we go back to Annihilation 8, Mercury, Aaron Lynch defeated Elliot Greyson. Then you picked up 2 wins in a row over Zeke and Dito.
Yeah, that is big.
Yes, that counter-attack match, I still think is one of the greatest matches in the last 5 years in this company.
Yeah.
Like, I look back at that match all the time as one of my best.
Oh, I remember watching it from the stands, and I thought it as well. It was just astounding.
Yeah.
And then another Interstater, you had Bojack came down. You defeated him.
A very underrated match that not many people talk about. And Bojack, he threw me around the ring, but brains can outsmart brawn very easily sometimes.
That's it.
He slipped up, rolled him up, took the win.
Too easy.
And then you defeated JJ Storm in the number 1 contenders match when we did have the then champion Dylan Daniels as the referee. I think you might have hit JJ Storm with a chair, but
it was a very dramatic end to that match.
You might have got the job done in the end anyway.
Me and Daniels weren't seeing eye to eye like we do now.
Then of course you went on to defeat Dylan Daniels. So this is a hell of a role you've been on. If you even want to talk about Summer Beats, the Chili FM event,
walk in the park.
Defeated Mike Murphy. Should we even mention this? You faced Aaron Lynch here.
Yeah, I went to a no contest because,
Oh,
No one was there.
it says defeats. I think we need to talk to the person in charge of cage matches and get this sorted out.
I don't know. I had dodgy sources.
Yeah, there was-
You did have dodgy
There
sources.
was some strange things in that match. It was pizza was
I
involved.
think the Ninja Turtles are there or something.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't me there.
Yeah.
Confirm that.
I mean, this is like hell of a run, and there's some more stuff in there. And then, of course, your ladder match defense, and then Dick Riggs, which is
yes. Mr. Riggs.
one of my favorite matches of all wrestling. I'll just say for 2022 that will be my Voices of Wrestling match of the year, top 10 at this point.
It's good to see some TCW representation there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mr. Riggs, he has a hell of a European uppercut.
Yeah.
Was feeling that for a few weeks.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Dick Riggs versus Liam Lacey, when?
Yeah, it'll be the
uppercut off.
Uppercut off. All right.
So yeah, it's been a hell of a run, and I don't think Aaron quite understands just how much has changed, but he will.
It's going to be a crazy match. I can't wait to watch it. Hopefully, I get to referee it, and I'll be doing my best.
We'll see.
As usual.
We'll see.
You got to watch out for any sneaky tactics. You know.
Yeah, from Aaron.
Yeah. I don't know what Aaron's.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't trust him.
So that was the third match, and coming out, and then after that, we had Doomslayer unmasked and with the biggest victory of his career, taking on Joel Hagen from WA and put him away with the BFG, aka the pump handle drop. But
Australia's largest prospects was welcome in the TCW that night. He put in a great performance, used his size to his advantage very well. Gave Doomslayer a lot of trouble.
Gave him a hell of a beating and threw him, like in Doomslayer's promo, you beat him up, you beat him down, you beat him all around. Doomslayer just had enough, that fighting spirit, and came back at the end and did just enough damage to pick him up and slam him down.
Doomslayer has challenged for the Northwest title once before.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see that again sometime soon?
Well, this is the first time I've seen Doom without his mask, and I'm quite surprised he didn't give me a warning he was going to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's doing his own thing. I'm proud of him. He's doing well, but just don't get too close to the sun, you know. Just remember,
Yep.
he works with me. I brought him in. Just remember where his bread's buttered.
Yeah. Undefeated tag team.
Absolutely.
2-0.
2-0.
If you include the trios match from some of it.
Hey, it was on Cage match.
Yep.
It counts.
It's
It's
got to be
on the
true.
record.
Yep. So Doomslayer, what's he got next? He's got another interstater coming down with Malibu, but we'll talk about that when we get to another preview. But it's looking up for him. Joel Hagen, if he ever comes down again, like I'm sure he can do a lot of damage to the TCW roster. How would you feel about defending that against Joel Hagen?
He's a very tall man.
Yeah.
And as with Bojack, brains can outsmart brawn, and I reckon I can do it. If Doomslayer can pump handle up, maybe I can pick him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could sure try.
Yeah, we'll find out. You never know.
And then in the main event, we had the team that I like to call Stormy Daniels, which is JJ Storm and Dylan Daniels, taking on Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair.
That was a shocking match.
We had Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair just isolated JJ Storm for pretty much the entire match, and Dylan Daniels couldn't get in until he got in. And what happened then?
Something beautiful happened.
He kicked JJ Storm right in the...
He kicked him in the balls, Ichi, and it was amazing. I watched the replay at least 10 times.
Someone should make a gif of that, I reckon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, I know the person that now runs the TCW Twitter account, so maybe there'll be a gif of that coming soon.
I hope so. Send it to me.
And I think that
I want to make it my phone screen.
TCW management, they might even approve of that one as well. So.
I mean, TCW management is Mr. Sinclair. There's a fair chance they're going to approve
That's
that.
true. Okay, that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
So the return of Jonestown.
Are they going by this name?
The family's back together.
Yeah.
As Ace put it.
They've got to bring back that theme. You're going to get...
I don't think it quite suits them anymore.
No. I was watching some old TCW events. I think it was Annihilation 6 at the Albert Hall, and there's like beautifully shot entrance for Jonestown when they had that Brisbane Street
yes,
Fight.
the Batman animated series.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, man, this looks awesome. And now that they're back together, I would love to see them use that again.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're quite looking to impress the crowd like they maybe once did.
But so he turned on him, and then Itchy, the ref here, gets knocked down, and you just
shoved it out of the way. Like I'm nothing.
It's not many times I've seen a ref bump where they are not knocked down enough to be able to call for the bell. So what happened there?
I rolled to the outside and I used my last bit of energy and strength, gestured to the people at ringside to
call.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You learn to get out of the way after all these years.
Yeah.
Look, I try.
Surroundings, man. Surroundings.
Ring awareness.
Yeah, ring awareness.
Now, we did put out the call for some questions for the champion here and for TCW in general.
Yeah.
Now, we've got some.
Oh,
now,
I've got a couple. Let's get out the old selfie maker.
I'm not doing too bad.
I've got some. They're written on paper. And so let's just pause for 1 second here. And we're back. We've got some questions here. I've got one first here. It's like, I think this might be from Cyrus Burns. It's like, how do you feel about going 0-2 against Cyrus Burns?
Old Burnsy. Old redacted, Mr. Retired Man himself.
Yeah.
I admit I bit off more than I could chew. I went after the biggest dog in the yard just to prove a point in my very first few matches, and I took my licks, took a beating, but at the end of the day, I do look back at those moments fondly, as it was a change for me because I was out there trying to have fun, trying to entertain myself, and those beatings I learnt, no one deserves to be entertained by me. I'm going to go out there and hit some people with some selfie sticks and make a movement.
That's it.
Make the future.
You feel
So-
like they really toughened you up?
At the time, sucked, but it's made me who I am today. I'm Northwest champion, so
That's it.
obviously it helped.
That's all that matters.
There was a massive gap of time between those two matches there because of COVID.
Lockdown.
So did you feel after that first one, the first one, that was the impromptu, it's like the match just happened?
Yeah, and I wasn't planned to have a match. I came out to introduce myself, to show all the TCW that I am the future. I am the best wrestler in this company. I can do anything. And then Cyrus Burns took umbrage to that, and somehow they rang the bell. I don't know why.
Right.
There was no authority figure there to approve that.
He had a suit on, and then the next thing he just goes like that, and he's got his wrestling gear on. It was amazing.
Did he always do that?
I mean,
He was on commentary for a while.
he's sitting out there running the sound desk now, so I hope nobody actually calls him out because he might be just ready to do that again.
When I did commentary on the last show, I did make sure to sit all the way furthest from him, just in case he, had
Got
some
any
flashbacks
ideas.
and good ideas, and
So then you had that massive amount of time between shows.
it was very frustrating.
And then, so that was Annihilation, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah. Annihilation
biggest
7.
stage for the biggest star.
Yeah.
So
And then,
started
like,
pretty good.
so that's February, then we come to New Dawn in October that year. And you faced him. This was a scheduled match, was it not? So I guess you just underestimated him.
I did, again. It was also just beforehand was the debut of Big Dom Knight,
Yeah.
who just Claymored kicked Burnsy. And I was still very young in my career, and I was having fun, and I was like, he's gone. He's not going to recover from this. He got kicked in the head.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I had some fun with him, and I made the ref hold my phone. I was going to get this great Instagram video to post, and referee couldn't hold the camera correctly either. And caught me with a spine buster and knocked me pretty loopy, and I couldn't kick out. I would now.
Oh, you reckon?
I would now. Yep.
You're going to survive a Cyrus Burns.
Yep.
Well, if he sees
No,
this...
we're not going to find out though. He's going to stay on the table.
Yeah. But
That's great. Lights for me.
Yeah. you've got to put like a restraining order. You can't come in within like 3 meters of you or something.
Yeah. That's why he sits on the table.
Yeah.
Very far away.
Good idea.
Very
I did have some other questions, but we did touch on them throughout the the recap. But you've got a couple questions.
I do. So this comes in. Who should the TCW audience watch out for? Well, beside the obvious answer as myself, Doomslayer again. Now that he's taken off the mask and he's taken on these mainlanders, something that I have very experience with. He's going to learn more. He's going to get better.
Following your footsteps.
Yeah. Again, I brought him into this company and he's doing well as long as he knows where his place is. Ali Galvin, as soon as she can get over the hump of still learning, being a rookie, biting off more than she can chew with these Scarter Cruz and Katie Lux. Hopefully she can, basically 10 years from now run the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very young, got a bright future. As long as
What do you
TCW's are in.
see for the future, apart from obviously this?
Oh my god. I just think that TJ Thunder has a bit of a future in this company.
Maybe that's the cleaner, but
What's that?
nothing.
Yeah,
Sure Burns
he might be a good ref one day.
I'm sure Burns needs an assistant.
You think I've got potential to be like help run some stuff? Maybe I could like sweep the floors.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just trying to find anything I can do in TCW.
Yeah, I'm sure. Those,
Yes.
we have dirty floors.
I mean, like I've got some stuff over you. That's how I even get on this podcast, to be honest.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
What?
What are you going to do?
yeah. You should see these
What have you done?
these Snapchats I've screen saved.
Oh, no.
Screenshot them.
Itchy, no.
Oh, no.
That's all right. As long as you keep me on the show, we won't have any issues. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'll be onto that straight away. I'll be putting your name out there. That'll be all sorted.
Yeah.
No need to worry.
Is there anybody you can think of, like who's the upstarts?
Dominic Knight.
Dominic
It's
Knight?
quite an easy answer.
Absolute
I think-
beast of a man. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's the closest to taking that TCW title as anyone, I'd say.
Mhm. And he's still got unfinished business with Eddie Jones. As long as Eddie Jones holds that championship, I mean, I'd like to see that match. But it hasn't been seen yet.
Yeah.
They did kind of just separate and
Yeah, it was like there was the
For that
Rumble
Rumble.
elimination, and that's not
That
enough
was
to
it.
really separate a team, I would have thought.
Oh, if I was Eddie Jones, I probably wouldn't want to be starting any business with him. So,
Yeah.
I think that's what
That's
happened.
probably true.
Dominic Knight's just forgotten about him. He's moved on.
Yeah.
And Eddie Jones isn't looking to restart it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Any other questions? There was one other one, wasn't there?
Who is someone you want to face in the future? Oh, the list grows every day. I want to have the third round with Zeke and Dino.
Yeah.
Because
You're
I
2-0.
think-
Do you really want to go the clean sweep?
I think it's only fair, I am repping his merch, supporting Mr. Andino, that we change the turf, maybe on his home turf.
Yes.
Oh.
Because, we've done it twice down here.
Yeah.
And, maybe bring it up there.
Elliot Greyson
Queensland.
hasn't yet ventured out of Tasmania. That'd be interesting to see.
No, keep your eyes open, you never know what would happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Rory Holmes as well. He had a
Oh.
match with JJ Storm late last year, I believe.
Yeah.
We might see him soon. I've seen that he's just left. He's leaving WA and moving to Melbourne, so he'll be
Oh,
closer.
Yeah, and I was very impressed with him, and we're talking about big guys, and I reckon a great match would be me and him. And also, you got PCW guys I haven't faced as well.
It's true.
It's like, who do we have? Ali Galvin as well. I'm waiting for her to bring up the selfie stick because, again, I did give a selfie stick to Charlie to teach
True.
her a lesson. She didn't learn it. Maybe I have to do it myself.
The issue ref you haven't faced yet. Yeah.
Just count the three for me, bud.
And of course, there's Doomslayer. Like, I'm sure you can have a nice competitive, friendly match with no shenanigans.
Yeah, non-title match should be fine. We'll have, some maybe a training or Skyfire.
Yeah.
Just work some holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Sounds good. Hopefully that can happen. Well, I guess that's all the questions we've got, unless any of you just sprung to your mind.
When will Steve be appearing on the TCW event?
Steve the cat.
Yeah.
You want to keep that out of your mouth.
No, it's okay. He's not saying anything bad about Steve. That's the
I'd
problem.
love-
That's what
I'd love to
Dino
see
did.
it.
Dino. Let's not even get started. Let's just say there might be a little special video for next show.
Oh, you're going to bring a clip.
Yeah, I'm just saying, let's leave it there.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
keep your eyes open.
We'll be keen to see.
All right. Well, I think that's the end of this episode, isn't it?
Yeah,
Host?
I'd say so.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of Itchy the Ref, I'm TJ Thunder, and I want to thank the Northwest champion, Tasmanian Championship Wrestling, Elliot Greyson, for stopping by.
Enjoy the views, boys. Enjoy the views.
We
They're gonna go downhill from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
fair chance.
This is your peak. This is the peak.
Peaking early, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ref.
Ring the bell.